Can hear from the golf centre. We had the results back in for the April Stableford, so I'm going to take a few minutes just to run you through those and explain the competitions that you're entering yourself in for. This is what you're seeing is our website, stowmarketgolfcentre.co.uk, and over on the right hand side across that green bar you can see scores and results, and that scores and results bar that I don't seem to be able to click. Oh, it's because that's where I am. Is where you run down and you can get things like place where you enter your medals and Stableford scores. You can, for members only, find the link to book your tee time, and the calendar is behind that one there, so you can click for the calendar. And we have the monthly competitions, the medal and the Stableford. We have the race to September and the ladder, both of which run behind the monthly competitions. And then you have your handicaps, and then this video will be hidden behind there. So let's start with the April Stableford. That was last week's competition. Oh, you can't see that. Brilliant. Let's just make that a bit smaller. There you go. It's not in the middle of your screen, but maybe it can be if I do that. How about that? That helps, doesn't it? So what happens here is a points game. So if you play the hole as you're supposed to your handicap, you're awarded 2 points. If you do better, you get more points, and if you do worse, you get less points. So if you do every hole as you're supposed to your handicap, you will get 18 points. And you'll see as I scroll down the list a little bit, all those people who scored 18 points have had no change to their handicap. So what they started the week, they've ended the week. And we're a little bit more lenient, so people who get 17 or 16 or 15 are deemed to be close enough to their handicap for it to be not to need a change. And those people that got 14 points or fewer, those people, their handicaps have increased by 1, and it can only go up by 1. So you know what golf's like. We all fluctuate. First thing to say is look how many people have beat their handicap. I've done that a whole page plus another half a page, and if you go down to the people who haven't changed, I think you've got almost 2 of the 3 pages of people who've played near enough to their handicap. So you're clearly enjoying the golf course as it is. I think the work on the greens has slowed everything up a little bit, and clearly you're enjoying that. It's easier to putt, it's easier to chip onto the greens. And with the new irrigation stuff in boxes in my office, which we hope to get out tomorrow or Friday, that we should see that be a feature of the whole summer, that it should remain slower than you're familiar with, take away some of those wild bouncers, which will be great for you playing golf, because you'll be a little bit more you can be a little more bold in your shots. You can tee off further down toward the green, you can chip a little bit more freely, and you can be a little more aggressive in your putt. So I suspect we'll see some substantial handicap drops through the summer. But there we are. So the person who won the April Stableford is Dan Mingay. Now Dan got 25 points, so you could turn that around and say that's 7 points better than he should have done. So he beat his 20 handicap by 7. So Dan gets a big handicap cut. Dan gets all 7 taken off, so he's now down to 13. Similar story, George Wicker got 24 along with Matt Griggs, both really good scores. 23 for Anne Morell and Angie Hobson, generally would probably win a Stableford. Even the guys on 22 probably had hopes of winning it, Dave Jordan, Clive Mees, Dick Sands. But you can see just a tremendous number of really low Stableford scores. These are all really, really good, and anyone that beats their handicap by 2, 3 or more is doing extremely well. So well done to everyone on that list. You're all going to fare well in the next competition I'm going to show you. And so you put your card in, you can see how your handicap has fluctuated. Really important that you put your handicap cards in even if it's a bad one, because your handicap might need to go up due to your form. Handicap should sort of roll up and down as the time goes by. Now the next event this qualifies for is called the Race to September, and I think I've explained this before, but there's no harm in explaining it again. So for the April Stableford, which is the second event in 12, because it's a race to September, it runs through to the end of September, and 111 people submitted a card, which is getting close to being a record. So that's terrific that all of you put your cards in. Now Felicity Groom beat 103 of the 111 people who took part, so she scored more points than 103 other people. So we gave Felicity 103 points. And if you scroll down to someone like Tracy Smith beat 57 people. So the more people that play and the better you do, the more points you will get. So for me, I always say this: there's 2 things that really count: consistent play. So you've got someone like Angela here got 59 and 66. Probably just above halfway in both of those, so consistent, and she's found herself in 16th place at the minute. So you'll get points even if you submit a poor card, but you need to collect those points because at the end of the 12 months you just don't know where your peaks and your troughs will be. We had that up as a running score, so Felicity's on 109.5 points, which puts her just ahead of the Professor, Simon Lapthorne, 185.5, Richard Berry, one of our new golfers, in 3rd place. So lots and lots of time to go on that, and you will collect points. But these missed weeks are the ones you want to try and avoid. And then as you go along, oh look, I saw a 1 down there. Look, where did I see that? Richard Cook got 1 and then 84. That's quite a way to go. That shows you how the form of golf goes. So we just keep plugging away medals and Stablefords for the summer. Keep popping your scorecards in, keep it over 100, and see if we can crown the most consistent golfer in the year. Then there's the ladder, another competition that runs behind, and so of the 111 people, 71 people managed to beat the target score of 39 or better in either the medal or the Stableford. So this one takes the month. So these people below who beat 39 or matched or beat 39 have taken their first step up the ladder. And so next month in May the challenge gets one shot harder. So all these people here on my screen now, these people here, all of those on there who beat 38 or better in either the May medal or the May Stableford will go into the next month, and that will get one shot better, and we're just going to see who can go the furthest. So you get 2 cracks at this every time. If you didn't get your score in the April medal or Stableford, unfortunately you can't go into the next round. So it's just now for these 71 people to see if they can push on another month. Interesting, really never done it before, but we'll see how that goes. It should be fun. So that's all I've got to say to you today. I'm going to go back to the Golf League page. I'm going to straighten that up a little bit, and I'm going to go back to the for the link to submit your cards. When you click on that, again, not in the middle. Can I make that straight? It's highly unprofessional to be doing this while you're sitting there waiting for me to. Can't get it all the way across. No, I can't. You'll have to take my word for it. That's half the sheet. I should be able to do that. It's not fair. Something's not playing ball. Anyway, this is the competition sheet where you enter your scores. There you go. You can see half of it now. You put your handicap. That's right. You put your name down the front side. So Duncan Faldo. I don't know if I can spell it. And then you started on the first hole, and then you type in your scores. Well, 23. And you'll see by the time I move it across, it adds it all up. It gives you a total of 50, and you're done. 54, sorry, and you're done. And then you just leave it. Someone else will put their name on after you, and you get one go in the week. You need to nominate, which is going to be your round for the competition. You need to nominate it just for you. You can't have several goes and choose the best one. You have to sort of make your mind up before you go round. So you might decide as you're walking up to the first tee to put your second round in, or you might think actually I'll wait till Friday when I'm playing with someone who's much better to play with. I don't know. You might choose something or other, and then you put your score in. And it's not too late to start doing that. The more cards you put in, if you have an issue with your handicap and you think it's unfairly high or low, then just contact me. We can change that and make a fair handicap. Situations change, so keep a look on the website, keep putting your cards in, and I shall see you all very soon. Have a lovely week. Bye.